Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we are working on the Stirge. And this is what it looks like. So it's about a foot long and has about a 2 foot wide wingspan, so it's very tiny. So instead of using a regular base or a chip like I normally do, what I have here is a button. A very small button. It's not that small, but it's smaller than, you know, a base. This is a 7/8 inch chip that I use for bases, and that's the button. So what we want to do is we want to rough that button up the best we can so it holds glue and paint and stuff. All right. Then we're going to get some wire, some thin wire. I'm just kind of going with it here. Didn't really walk into this one with a plan, so the button was about as far as I got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this, I'm going to make a little loop. I'm going to pull that through again, through the button. Obviously I'm not a seamster. And I'm going to twist those and make that the flight stand. Okay. And then to make, this is also going to be the body of our bug. So I'm going to fold that back and I'm going to fold that forward. And let's get this flight stand straightened up the best we can. There we go. All right, so to build this flight stand up a body so that it's sturdy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, I'm going to get some glue. I'm going to let that kind of go down and solidify in place straight up and down the best I can. I might have to do it on both sides. Okay. We'll let that fall down and cool. Now I'm going to get a toothpick and kind of drag that around where I want it. Okay. Something like that. Okay. And once that's pretty cool, I'm going to leave that like that for just a moment. I'm going to make a little hand, I'm going to bend that up for a little handle. I'm going to get my baking soda and some super glue. This one's empty. Okay. It's not quite as sturdy as I want it to be, so I'm going to get a little more right in here. There we go. Okay, let's set this off to the side. So here's what I have. I have the flight stand. And what I want to do is I'm going to use this needle for his nose, and I'm going to use that for his body. Okay. So for his little legs, let's get 2 pieces of wire. How many legs does he have? Hold on, he might have 6 legs. Let me look. No, he just has 4 legs and a stinger. Okay. So for his legs, I'm just going to put these in here. I'm just going to get a tiny dab of glue in there. Just kind of hold these in place while I'm working. I didn't get it. Try it again. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to be bending those legs down to get them in the shape we want. So now I'm going to create his little bulbous body with just some hot glue. Then I'm going to get a little piece of wire sticking out his rear end to be his stinger. So this is the basic shape so far. We're going to let that start to cool, and then we're going to start playing with it a little bit. I'm just going to get a little more glue in the side here. Kind of thicken him up. I'm going to get a little dab on the underside. Okay. I'm going to pull that onto where the stinger is and let that cool too. All right. We'll set that sit. I'm going to blow on it. That'll help. Okay, I'm going to cut his butt stinger off at kind of an angle. Then we're going to get some baking soda and some glue and add some girth and texture to his body. Then we're going to come back and figure out how we're going to do the okay. Oh. So underneath him, oops, I made a little too thick of a spot there, so I'm going to try to snip that out if I can and break that off. I think we can if we just are careful. And then I think his back is a little too bulbous and big, so I'm going to snip that off too. Trim him down some. Okay, and then that's his nose right there. And there's his tail. And see, the tail didn't fill in nice, so there's the nose. Here's his little legs. We can just bend his little legs down. And curve those how we want those, and then snip them off. Now we got his nose kind of where we want it. So let's snip that off. Okay. Whoops. All right, we need wings. So I just have some thin cardstock here we can use to make wings with. This is just like a little box from something. I'm not sure what came in it, soap or something maybe. I'm not sure. But it's going to make good wings, I'm sure. So if you look at their wings, they're like little teeny bat wings, and they have 4 of them. Actually, if you have some bat rings like this, these would be perfect. If you don't, cutting them out of cardstock would be perfect too, I'm sure. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, take these wings. right. Of course I can't get a hold of them. So I don't want those to be quite that big. So I'm going to take these in like that. And then I'm going to glue these together with just a tiny dab of glue. I'm going to pull that around, trying to encapsulate them both. And I'm going to stick that on my stirge or whatever you call it. And then I'm going to spread my wings out. Maybe I am. I think my wings are stuck together. Can't get my fingernail in there. Okay. Something like that. There's one side. And I'm going to snip my other side to be similar. Okay. Something like that. We'll get some glue in there, front and back. I'll sprinkle. There. Okay. There's our little Stirge. There he is. I think he'll stand up nice at the flight stand, or the base. Yeah, it seems pretty sturdy. I don't think I need to add any more weight to that. So that's our Stirge. That was pretty easy. So now we're going to have to dry our Stirge off. And to speed that process up, as much as I don't want to add more thickness or girth to them, sprinkling baking soda, not dumping it, will speed that process up immensely. Okay. I'm going to hit him briefly with my Minor Burning Hand spell. Okay. Let that cool for a second. And I'll black bomb him real quick. I think his legs are still just a little bit longer than I'd like, so I'm just going to take a snip them down a little bit more. All right. Let's hit them with some hot air. +2 hot air gun of burning. Very simple magic item from the time before. I'm going to get a dark brown and a soft brush. Something like this. It's real soft. We'll just dip the very tip of that in water. Spread that around. Okay, I think we've got him coated pretty well. Put this glue away, and we'll hit him with a hot air gun. Okay. Now I'm going to get a really soft brush. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's a paint brush, makeup brush. And I'm going to get an orangish brown color. I'm using chestnut. You can use what you want. I'm going to lighten them up using kind of a careful with my plate stand is bending technique. Okay. Okay, I need a softer brush even than that, really, or I'm going to snap that plate stand up. Okay. And I'm going to get this yellow color, Golden Sunset. And I'm going to get a really soft brush like this now, because this guy bends so easy. And even though I dread using this brush, I don't know what else to do. Not getting good coverage very well, but it is lightening it up at the tiniest bit. Okay. Now, let's take a moment to look at the art. Our reference art is telling me that we need eyes, and they're glowing green. And it looks like his nose is pink and not orange. Okay. Some cameo pink. And a crappy brush. All right. Let me get that brush I just used in the pink and grab some of this brown. And I'm gonna add some variation to this base and make it a little more interesting. Now for the little eyes, I'm just going to get a really tiny brush here. I'm using a fractional brush. I'm going to suck all the water out of that paint out of that brush and put it away. And I'm going to get something to do the flight stand with. I'm getting black. Make sure your flight stands straight up and down if you can. Okay. Now, I am mostly happy with him, but I feel like there could be a little more orange on his wings. So I, in my infinite stupidity, I'm going to get this pumpkin orange here. I'm going to get a small brush. Whoops, I just bent his flight stand to shit. Okay. I'm just going to try to get a little more coverage on those top wings. Nothing too spectacular. Now, I'm not worried about the wings underneath the bottom part, because you don't really see those. I'm just going to lighten these up a little bit. I'm going to hit his tail and back a little bit. Okay, so there's my Stirge. I'd like to see your Stirge, so come join our Discord and show us your Stirge. If you make one, I'd love to see you make one. I know Asco and the rest of the gang would love it as well. We started playing a little RPG in chat on Discord that you can kind of just, whenever you can log on, you can say what you're going to do on your turn and stuff. It's like not a perfect system. It's something I'm kind of working on. But if you'd like to check that out, come join our Discord. Link will be in the description. If you want to buy some miniatures, not the Stirge here, or handmade miniatures, but real Dungeon Swag miniatures, high quality, sturdy, flexible, highly detailed, beautiful resin miniatures from dungeonswag.com. We have some discount codes, and up until the end of the November, we have our Black Friday sale where you get $4 off your monthly box, and you can get another 25% off that using the Dungeons and Doom Biscuit discount code that's in the description here. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all that stuff. And if you're a role player who's trying to get away from big box games and stuff, and you want to try independent company, keep your eyes open. We're soon going to be maybe releasing a trial version of Tomorrow Comes Doom for everybody to use for absolutely no bucks, just to try it out and see what you think and give me some feedback. So stay tuned if you're into that, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.